Well, gents, without a doubt, Nelly Korda, our female player of the year. Bob, she had a remarkable season. But in your mind, what impresses you the most about Nelly's game?
Well, it's the consistency and it's also uh, the well-roundedness, I guess. When you look at her stats, there's a couple that jump out, but nothing that really puts her like she's not the longest driver. She's not the greatest putter, but she is always sort of up in the top three, top four. She does lead in a couple of categories, but her consistency of her game from tee off to putt is remarkable, and she's able to do it over and over and over again, with one or two little exceptions as we can get into later in the show. But I think that that's what surprises me about Nelly Korda. It's tough to keep your game at a high level. It's sort of what Scotty Scheffler was doing, but it's tough to keep your game at a high level for essentially an entire season. She wisely took some good breaks during the year, something that other players could learn from. She didn't play, every event on the calendar. She took 2 weeks off. She took a month off at certain points. So I think there's also something in there. There's just this ability to kind of know how much she has in the tank, how much her game has, and how much she continues to love to play. Because she says getting inside the ropes, that's her special place.
She's the first American to win 7 times on the LPGA Tour in 34 years. So, Mark, you could really make the argument that Nelly just had one of the greatest seasons in LPGA history, can't you?
Yeah, and if you think about it, guys, you want to think about could have been better. I remember, the three of us are in the middle of the summer before she had that little hiccup in her calendar, thinking, 10, 11, 12 wins was likely where this was going to land. You know what I was thinking? We've been talking a lot about the business of the LPGA Tour over the last month on Golf Talk Canada Radio, and it got my wheels thinking a bit of how important this season is for the LPGA Tour, because whether we like it or not, America, prize money, TV numbers, corporate interest in a sport is often attached to a dominant American player in that sport. And Nelly Korda's timing on her rise over the last 3 years, peaking this year and likely now into the future, is wonderful news for the LPGA Tour. So even though their prize money was up quite a bit this year, and hats off to them for driving numbers up to levels we've never seen before, you have to imagine if Nelly Korda stays on this rise, the LPGA Tour has been strapped, a rocket ship might be strapped to them in the form of Nelly Korda.
Yeah, let's see if she can carry that momentum into 2025.